It's Kate from the Fold Line. I am back this week to talk all things sewing bee. Before I get started, I just want to pre-apologise. I have had flu this week, so I sound very nasally and bunged up, so apologies for that. Right, the show was really good. It was the quarterfinals last night. I will preface this by saying if you haven't watched it yet, don't watch this video, go and watch the show and then come back because there's lots of spoilers. So yeah, quarterfinals last night, 5 people left, all got quite sort of intense. The theme this week was movies. So the first challenge they had was to make the Dirty Dancing dress. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I didn't think that the dress was that close to the Dirty Dancing dress. Maybe it was just me. It just didn't, the finished garments didn't really feel like the dress in the show. So the dress in the show is actually a really simple pattern, really simple shape, which I thought was going to be really simple for us to find and actually was really difficult. So the dress had a, it was sleeveless, it had a round neckline but quite low, sort of not kind of showing your bust but sort of, you know, kind of as deep as the V on my t-shirt. It had a sewn in waistband and it had a full circle skirt. So I thought, as I said, this would be really easy to find. It wasn't. What I have found is a good option and you'd have to tweak it a little bit. So the pattern that we found is the rain dress from Jennifer Lauren Handmade. So this dress is actually a really beautiful summer dress. So if you are looking for one, this is a really nice option. Things about it that were really similar to the dress. It had the inbuilt waistband, which was actually the hardest bit to find. It has a full, I mean, I don't think it's a full skirt, but it's, you know, it's quite a flared skirt. It's got darts coming up to the bust from the waist. The neckline is different and the sleeves are slightly wider, but it's pretty close. And also the back, there's, on the back of the dress, there are, there's shaping on the back of the dress, which is also very similar to the one in the show. The other thing about this version is that it has pockets. So if you are looking for a nice summer dress, this is a really good option. It was pretty close to the one they made last night. The middle section, which was probably, in a way, my favourite, was based on The Sound of Music, which is my favourite film. Yeah, one of my, just the best film. Even my dad had a themed 60th birthday party to The Sound of Music where we all dressed up, but I'll get into that another time. It was amazing. They all had curtains and they had to make a children's wear item, and this week actually was the first week ever that everything that they made was completely wearable, not totally crazy, so it was really nice to see. I really enjoyed that. The final challenge was based on Dreamgirls, so the film Dreamgirls, and they had to create an outfit that was sort of inspired by the film. Right, we did pretty well on this, so I was quite chuffed. So the first pattern is Rebecca's Glamorous Disco Gown, and for those of you that, well, obviously this is going to be spoiled, Rebecca won Garment of the Week. I thought Rebecca got very competitive this week. Did anyone else? She was really like making it very clear she wanted to win something. But this dress was amazing. So it was made in lots of different gold fabrics and quite tricky fabrics to work with. She had a sort of sequin inset, and then she had a like a gold organza for the bottom. It was amazing. So it was very fitted. It had a sort of fishtail at the bottom, sleeveless, and we did find the right pattern. It's an outer print pattern, but you can buy it on Etsy and eBay and places like that. So it's the McCall's 7540, and Rachel found this, which she nailed, and it's completely perfect. So it's got the princess seams, which hers have. So princess seams, very kind of pencil skirt down to knee, and then you've got this big flare on the bottom, which adds that real sort of 70s feel to it. She's changed the neckline she's just used option D's neckline, so she doesn't have that sort of cut in, which is on view C. But yeah, this one it is exactly the same. So looking at the line drawing of hers and the line drawing of this, definitely right. Really chuffed with this one. Next up, we've got Serena's Sequins Sash dress. So this was the only one that we didn't get bang on this week, and I'd love to hear anyone's thoughts. So the dress was quite a simple, low cut, sort of, not again low cut, sort of down to where my V is, strap sort of shift dress, and when I say shift as in cut straight all the way down to the floor. It had a split up the side. The thing that was really amazing about it is that she used 2 sequin fabrics and had created this sort of swooping shape that went all the way from down the front round to the back of the dress. I thought was so impressive, because that sewing with those sequins, sewing bits that are on the bias and bits that are on straight grain because of all of the curves, really tricky. So she absolutely nailed it, and the like her finish on it was fabulous. So the pattern that we got is the summer dress from Fibre Mood. This to me felt like the closest thing that we could find that was similar shape wise. I did think that if any of you indie sewing lovers, if you've got the Ogden cami, you could totally hack the Ogden cami and just extend it and make it into a dress, which she could have done because she does use quite a lot of indie patterns. Anyway, this dress is a really good option. So this dress comes in sizes 4 to 30. It's a very simple shape. It's got a dart at the bust, straps, really thin little spaghetti straps that cross over at the back, or you can have them straight depending on what you want. It doesn't have the split up the side, but you could obviously add that because that's just in the side seam. But I thought this was a really good option if you're looking for something very similar and slinky and nice for summer. This would be amazing. In the UK it's really warm this week, so it'd be amazing if this was in like a linen or something like that. Excuse me. Right, next up we have got Fairies. I think this is, yes, Fairies asymmetric bodice. This was absolutely beautiful, and I thought a real challenge for her to make in the time. So we definitely have the right pattern for this one. The dress, so let me explain. It's sort of off the shoulder, but it has this sort of sleeve extension, which gives it really interesting look. And when I show you the line drawings, you'll understand it a little bit more. It's got, it's very fitted, and then it flares out from below the knee, but the sort of skirt is panelled. Sorry, I'm going to cough again. The skirt is panelled, so it adds in the flare, so it doesn't have this sort of seam line at the knee to add in that extra. So it's really beautiful, kind of couture-y feeling dress. So the pattern that we found is a Simplicity 8870, and we know this is right. I've looked at the line drawings, it's absolutely bang on. Rachel found this one, which was amazing. Because we basically, when we're doing this, we race to find them, and we just send each one to be like, found it, got it on WhatsApp. So yeah, Rachel got this one, which was great. So if you look at it, you can see she has made version D, which I'll zoom in on so you can have a proper look. So it's got that really amazing sleeve, and that it leaves a really interesting shaped neckline. I think it's a really beautiful pattern. So yes, that one was bang on, and we're really chuffed about that. Raf's disco jumpsuit was up next. He made a jumpsuit and he had a cape as well. I haven't looked for a cape pattern, but I have found the right jumpsuit. This was amazing because it's quite a simple jumpsuit, and it was made out of gold, sort of, I think it was gold sort of lame, very deep V at the front, quite a simple shape. The thing that really made it feel very 70s was that it had down one of the leg seams this insert of feathers, so an ostrich feather trim that almost stuck straight out, which I thought was amazing. The jumpsuit was gold, and then the feathers had this like gold, partly gold, and then went into black. I thought it was really amazing. Loved it. So this one is bang on as well. So this is the McCall's 7910. I'll show you the line drawings again, and you'll be able to see if you watched the programme last night how close it is. So very deep V at the front, slight crossover. It's got 2 kind of statement darts that come up from the waist, and quite a simple shape trouser. There are 2 trouser option shapes for this, so you can either go for a flared option, or I think Raf went for the more tapered version. But yeah, this one I thought was absolutely bang on, so we were really chuffed with that one. Last but not least was Damien, who unfortunately left this week. I thought his dress, I thought they gave him a bit of a hard time, because I actually thought his dress was really well constructed. I just think it kind of missed the brief a bit. Sorry, excuse me. So Damien's dress was, I almost think it's probably better that I show the pattern so you can have a look at it, and then you'll sort of understand once you see the shape that it's just didn't really feel kind of 70s disco. He used lots of different fabrics and had inserts of different different fabrics, which made it, you know, quite a complicated make. So the pattern that we found, it's the Vogue 1673. And you can see from this, and he made it very similar to the picture that I'm showing you, as in he had all different types of fabrics on the kind of different pattern pieces. So that sort of asymmetric kind of piece coming up, he kind of paired all these different fabrics, and I think you'll agree when you look at the shape of it, it just doesn't feel very 70s. Yeah, and I don't know quite what happened with him, because he just sort of missed the mark. I thought the fitter he got on it was pretty good, but yeah, this is definitely the right dress. So I'll show you the line drawing. It's really interesting cut. There's sleeve and sleeveless options for this. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I keep coughing. It's really not very nice for you to listen to. Yeah, so sleeve and sleeveless options, straight pencil skirt, and then these sort of panels which you can then mix and match with different fabrics, or you could have it all in one fabric if you wanted to. But yeah, it's a really interesting shape pattern, and we were sad to see him go. So that is it from us. Next week we have got the quarterfinals. Or is it? No, we've just had so it's the semi-finals next week. So we've only got 2 more weeks of the sewing bee, which is very sad. And we'll be back with our pattern picks next Thursday. Bye.